is a story that's going to leave you shaken and stirred. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. We're in Trafalgar Square this morning. Really chilly actually. You can tell by all the water cascading down around me. Yes, very, very cold today. But of course, this particular story may warm your heart, but also may shock you as well, because I can't believe this. They're going to be celebrating a mega anniversary, of course, next year, in the fact that Dr. No, can you believe that, was released all of those years ago, way back in 1962. It starred the wonderful and late Sir Sean Connery. To me, my favourite Bond. I think anybody who starts a series off, it's always hard, isn't it, truly, to get somebody else to take over. Of course, the wonderful Sir Roger Moore was also my second favourite, and given the fact that I'd interviewed Roger quite a few times, I better say actually he's my first, but he's a truly and was a truly wonderful man. Dr. No, you know, didn't really or wasn't planned out to be the big hit that it turned out to be, and here's the reason why. Film producers, you see, really had a small budget at that point. Sean Connery wasn't a big name. He'd been in a movie called Another Place and Time with a very gorgeous Lana Turner, and that really was his big break, but he didn't take off. And the reason why they cast Sean Connery was that a lot of the big names associated with the role at the time were, of course, too expensive. People like Rex Harrison, who then went on to great success, some might say, in Cleopatra, of course. But fast forward to today, and this is what I find interesting. If you have any trinkets at all associated with any of the Bond movies, you could be sitting on a fortune. And let me explain the reasons why. This is because a pair of cufflinks that were worn to the Dr. No premiere, that were owned by the creator of James Bond, Ian Fleming, have just sold at auction for over £5,000. And apparently they had a secret code in the cufflinks too. You wouldn't expect anything less, would you? Now, as we know, they're going to be casting a brand new James Bond next year, launching at the time of the anniversary. Lots of people are saying it could be Idris Elba. I'm not quite sure who it should be. Certainly don't think it should be a woman. Not because it's a sexist thing at all, but James Bond, to me, was always a man. If you wanted to create a super Bond or a super female spy or whatever you want to call James Bond, then create one. Why bother taking over something that's already ingrained into, of course, the worldwide psyche? Lots we can expect if you're fans of Bond next year. We've been invited to a few events already, so we'll keep you posted on that. But as I say, if you've got the board game or a toy Aston Martin from the 1964 movie Goldfinger, there's so many trinkets that were released at the time. Now is the time to really get shaken and stirred, look in your attic and see if Bond could turn into cash for you. Neil Sean in the heart of London.